We're seeing a rebound in some economies, some unexpected places since the 2008 financial downturn. MarketWatch's Polya is here to join us to tell us about some new tiger economies that MarketWatch is going to be writing about over the next year. And tell us who the first two are that you're telling about us.
That's right. So today we're kicking off the special report with our European new tigers, and they're Poland and Turkey, two economies that have done very well in recent years, seeing very strong growth and are really poised to continue growing very fast in coming years.
And they're also very cheap, you mentioned in your article. That's also interesting.
Yes.
For investors who are looking to buy stocks and...
Yes, generally speaking, their stock markets are fairly attractive. They're very stable countries. There is a lot of room for growth in those economies. Turkey, for example, grew at a 9% pace last year. So this is really China-style growth that we're seeing there. And of course, we are seeing some slowdown in both Poland and Turkey this year. But their potential is really what we're talking about here. These are economies with very young populations, growing middle classes.
Low debt, you mentioned as well.
Low debt levels. A lot of need for infrastructure, so everything from roads and so on. And so all of these things really make them stars, I would say, especially in Europe, where we are seeing a very severe sovereign debt crisis.
Now, you mentioned infrastructure, which is very interesting because some people don't, when you're looking at opportunities to grow and a good way, I mean, this is something for investors to always think about as you're trying to find low-hanging fruit. What's a great, easy way to grow a company's earnings, in this case, a country's income, right? Yeah. And you mentioned some interesting things in your story, like roads. A road from Berlin to Warsaw, for instance, might do wonders for the Polish economy.
Yeah, well, that's really a great example. And for example, whereas a road from Berlin to Hamburg really wouldn't do that much, because already Germany has
you could get a big productive leap.
Right, exactly. And for example, in Turkey, I mean, I'm Bulgarian by birth, and I can tell you that the road from Sofia to Istanbul is horrible. And you, when you drive around there, you see, trucks driving on two-lane roads. And that takes a tremendous toll on growth, and so you really have this potential there to grow in these economies.
And meanwhile, we should mention in your story you talk about how emerging Europe in general is trading at something like 3 to 4 times earnings, which obviously is low priced, and it sounds like cheap given the opportunities. Now tell us quick, we only have about 30 seconds left, that this is basically a theme that you guys are going to be pursuing with MarketWatch. There are more new tiger economies.
This is a theme, and so the next special report will be on Latin America. We've identified Peru and Colombia there, and after that we'll have Asia, the Philippines and Indonesia, and finally we'll have Africa with Ghana and Uganda.